Hi folks, it's Björn here, and I'm pretty sure that you realized that Sofi was up 18%-ish after they released their amazing Q4 earnings report after the market close, but went down the very next day to the very same price prior to earnings release. Why and who was responsible for this I will explain in this video. But first, I will recapture fast the Q4 earnings result and what it means for the future, which is important for us long-term investors. Then I will explain why the 18% gains vanished and if retail investors like you and me are responsible for the sell-off, or the legacy banks and hedge funds, and why it does not really matter at the end. So this video is quite packed, but I encourage you to watch the whole video in order to get the full picture. And if you like informations like this, then please hit the like button and consider maybe even subscribing for more daily updates and infos. And before we start, a little shout out to Thomas, who became recently as well a patron. Many thanks, Thomas, appreciate your support. But with that out of the way, let's get started. So, shares of Sofi jumped after the release of better than expected fourth quarter results and an upbeat earnings outlook for following year 2022. Sofi also ended the year with strong customer acquisition and reported a member growth of about 500k new members, which is what we have predicted, folks. Hence, Sofi continues to expand its one-stop shop for digital financial services. Leading up to the Q4 2021 earnings release, Sofi was granted its bank charter and acquired Technisys. It's been a difficult operating environment, and as the student loan payment moratorium continues to be pushed back, Sofi exceeded its expectations across the board. Sofi finished 2021 with 3.46 million members, generated 1.01 billion in revenue and 30 million in adjusted EBITDA. Sofi guided for a strong 2022 fiscal year and expects to deliver 1.57 billion in revenue and 180 million in adjusted EBITDA. I don't understand the logic behind betting against Sofi though. Sofi experienced its largest member gain in Q4 2021, adding 523,000 members, and Q1 2022 could be even more impressive after the publicity from Super Bowl is accounted for. But now to the important stuff, in case you didn't understand what makes Sofi so special until now. So let me tell you the vision Anthony Noto has and what is the big picture. So, and no worries, after that I explain what I think happened to the 18% gains we lost the other day and why it does not matter. Now listen carefully, folks. Sofi now owns all of the back-end processing through Galileo and the back-end banking technology to run in private or public clouds through Technisys. Sofi owns the entire infrastructure its products are built on. This allows them to lower costs and create any enhancement or feature without waiting for their vendor to place it on their product roadmap. Anyone who works with technology or for a tech company like myself will tell you that product roadmaps for software vendors can be quite extensive. There have been occurrences where there has been a product or on the roadmap that was perfect for what we are looking to achieve, but it wouldn't be placed into production for another 9 months. Sofi took the roadblocks out of the equation and can pivot and develop quicker than the competition, which will make them several steps ahead throughout the entire race. And as I said in my prior video, transitioning Sofi's checking, savings and credit cards to Technisys technology stack will create 75 to 85 million in cumulative cost savings from 2023 to 2025. From 2025 forward, Sofi will benefit from roughly 60 to 70 million of cost savings on an annual basis. Using the low end of Sofi's projections, they will save 75 million between 2023 and 2024, then 60 million in 2025, 2026, 2027 and so on. Starting 2023, Sofi will close out the decade saving 375 million in expenses over 7 years. On the high end, they would save 435 million. There is substantial cost savings over the years in addition to owning their banking infrastructure and license where they can from now on reduce their costs and therefore can increase interest rates and attract even more consumers. Hence, Sofi just put themselves in a position to legitimately become the Microsoft of FinTech, as their newly established banking charter, Galileo and Technisys, will allow them to not just pioneer and offer lending as a service and banking as a service, but Sofi could offer a full product suite for financial businesses to build out a robust product stack utilizing every component of Sofi as a service platform. But Björn, if all is so good, why the sell-off? Well, let me explain, folks. First, Sofi is still heavily shorted with an interest ratio of around about 18%. Second, yesterday the dark pool volume was 57.7%. And in case you're asking yourself right now, what the heck is a dark pool? A dark pool is a privately organized financial forum or exchange for trading securities. Dark pools allow institutional investors to trade without exposure until after the trade has been executed and reported. Dark pools are a type of alternative trading systems, ATS, that gives certain investors the opportunity to place large orders and make trades without publicly revealing their intentions during the search for a buyer or a seller. Now, the article says private, but we know in fact that banks use dark pools as well for themselves and for their clients, such as hedge funds. And you know what I'm trying to say here, right, with this picture. Dark pools were initially utilized mostly by institutional investors who did not want public exposure to the positions they were moving into. In case they were investors front running. Front running refers to an investor who enters a position into a security before a block trade is completed and can reap the benefits of the subsequent price movement. Dark pools have become far more common in the investing world today. Algorithmic trading and high frequency trading, HFT, are two forms of trading that are executed without any human input. That's always what I'm trying to tell you guys. The computer programs will execute huge block trades within fractions of seconds and ahead of other investors. To sum it up, dark pool trades are mostly done by banks and hedge funds and not from retail investors like you and me. And what we could see was yesterday's volume was traded for 58% in dark pools with a negative sentiment, means mostly selling. However, block trades means when investors buy a large sum at once were up, so a bullish sign. Now, what I believe is, as I can see only the dark pool trades, institutions were profiting from the after hour buys and slowly selling and buying via algo trades and high frequency trading all the way down, and will continue to do so as long as they can make profit. But that is my opinion, folks. Doesn't mean I am right, okay? Now, for me, I don't care. I bought even more shares today and I will continue to do so, as Anthony Noto mapped out the whole year and the future for Sofi, and I'm confident everything will work out. And once they are profitable, etc., the stock can't stay down. Doesn't matter what is now and what the shorts and the hedge funds and the banks are doing or saying. If they make money and are profitable and growing, share prices go up. And one thing so, don't blame others, instead trust your own analysis and judgment and don't listen to analysts from some internet platforms or banks. They are all humans and are affected by emotions and opinions if they want it or not, me included. Anyway, write me in the comments what you think about what's going on with Sofi, as that would be quite interesting for me and the community. That being said, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up so that other retail investors like you and me have the chance to see this video as well. And if you're on my channel for the first time, I would be happy if you would subscribe, because I regularly produce new videos and tutorials on the topics of stock analysis, investment and financial products to give you the opportunity to take your finance into your own hands. That being said, if you like the content and you want to support my channel with a few bucks so I can produce even more videos, I will pin the link to my Patreon page in the comments below. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay focused and don't be greedy. See you next time.